Welcome back to Reading with Miss Nickerson. Today we're going to read Antman Dynamic Duo. Hank Pym was a brilliant scientist who had always been fascinated with the insect world, especially ants. Through his research, he discovered the Pym particle. It had the power to shrink anything it touched. That gave Hank an idea. Using the Pym particle, he created a special suit. When Hank wore the suit, he could shrink down to the size of an ant. He could even speak to them. Eventually, Hank would assemble his very own ant army. Hank could not only shrink and communicate with ants, but the suit also gave him ant strength. It gave Hank the power to carry, push, pull, and punch like he was his normal size, even when he was small. But villains began to hear about Hank's astonishing suit and wanted it for themselves. That wasn't going to fly with Hank. He began to use his suit to defeat evil. Just like that, Hank became known as the superhero Ant-Man. For many years, Hank was both a scientist and a superhero. Spending hours in the lab during the day and being a hero at night made Hank tired. Hank's daughter, Hope Van Dyne, knew her dad couldn't be Ant-Man forever. But the world needed an Ant-Man, and Hope knew just the person for the job, Scott Lang. Scott was an electronics expert whom Hank had taken under his wing. After explaining her plan, Hope brought Scott back to her dad to tell him the good news. In the end, Hank agreed to Hope's plan. Ant-Man would live on through Scott. But Scott was uneasy. He wasn't sure he could do it alone. Hank smiled. Scott wouldn't be alone. Hank had been working on a suit for Hope, too. Finally, it was time. On that day, Scott Lang and Hope Van Dyne became Ant-Man and the Wasp. For months, Hope and Scott worked on making the Ant-Man and Wasp suits even better than before. Scott created a gadget that could grow and shrink objects. Hope created gauntlets that could deliver a powerful electric shock called her Wasp's Sting. Then one day, Hope and Scott received a call from the Avengers. "We're facing a grave threat, and you two are the only ones who can help," Captain America said. Scarlet Beetle, a longtime foe of the tiny heroes, was brainwashing bugs to create an all-powerful army. They tracked Scarlet Beetle to his lair. "With the bugs of New York City behind me, I will become unstoppable," he crowed. "Not all the bugs," Wasp piped up. She turned to Ant-Man. "Let's take this bad beetle down a notch." It was an all-out insect war as Ant-Man and Wasp battled the Scarlet Beetle and his army of creepy crawlies. The fight wore on, neither side managing to get the upper hand. Finally, they managed to best the beetle. "Now bug off," Ant-Man said as he threw his shrinking discs toward Beetle, hitting his mark. "No!" Beetle shouted as he rapidly shrunk back down to size. Ant-Man and Wasp cheered. They had won. After winning the battle of the Beetle, Ant-Man and Wasp joined the Avengers full time. Whenever Earth was threatened, Iron Man, Hulk, Thor, Captain America, Black Widow, and Hawkeye would leap into action, but this time with Earth's tiniest heroes as a vital part of the team. But no matter how much they enjoyed being part of a larger team, Ant-Man and Wasp were always strongest when working together. The end.